I think Act 10 was a huge accomplishment that I was instrumental on, being on the Joint Finance Committee, moving that forward. Was probably one of the things that I was most proud of. And as I said, the economic development, when I first came here and we were in the minority, and there was an audit done on the Department of Commerce, and it was really a scathing audit. So, we had a family business. I thought, I'm going to look at that and see what, I can take from that audit and move forward with. And I think that led to the public-private partnership, some of the things that I got involved with, being on the Jobs and the Economy Committee, working with Democrats to move the Department of Commerce to more of an economic development, public-private partnership type deal than what it was in the past.
Act 10, was that the toughest time of your 10 years?
It was the toughest time of
because
my
of the
10
emotion
years. Because of the emotion, and I think, these were, I think, going back to my district, and helping people understand that it wasn't a personal thing, that we needed to get our fiscal house in order in the state of Wisconsin, and that had to include some of the public sector employees in order to do that. That we could not continue the spending that we had done at the state, and some of the fringe benefits that we had at the state far surpassed at least anything that we were able to afford to pay, for our company employees. And I think it needed to be looked at, and it was a very difficult time because people did take it very personally. I think that some of the teachers who are friends of mine in my district, they took it very personally. And to get over that hump, to say, no, don't take it personally. We are trying to rectify a system that needs to be rectified.
Partisanship in the Assembly. Is it more or less in 2014 than when you joined it in 2005?
I wouldn't say it's more or less. I mean, when I came in, it's sort of interesting. I've served in all levels. I came in, I had a Democratic governor for 6 years, and now I have had a Republican governor for 6 years. But I've served in the majority, in the minority, and then in the majority again. With a Democratic, with split houses. Any way you can serve in this body, I've served.
Right.
And would I say it's more partisan? No. I had, when I came here, I learned that in order to get some things passed, I had to work with the other side. I was in the minority, so I worked with the majority as long as you didn't care who was getting credit. If it's a good idea, it's a good idea, and you can move it forward. And I feel that's sort of the way that it is now. And you see a lot of the bills that, especially the oral chemo, that was a bipartisan bill.
And what about Common Core? Were you one of those that would have favored the bill, that would have let the Assembly and Senate ultimately decide on Common Core standards?
I think I was, the bill that I believe that Dean Knutson and Jeremy Thiensfeld brought forward, they had their hearings out there, and I think in the future standards they had said yes, that we should have some oversight or review of those standards. And I think that was what caused the controversy, is we did not have any type of input initially. But I think that the legislature, we are representative of the people, and we should have some oversight.